I'm a dog, but I guess there's nothing special, because there are over 500 pieces of dog artifacts of several cultures, in here, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And there are over 2,000 pieces of animal artifacts in the Met as well. But when the word, the Met, comes to your mind, the first thing you think about may be the big column capital, from the Temple of Artemis, then the Perseus, and the Faun. You will never think about animals. This is exactly what the Met want you to think about. The Met don't care about animals, even though part of us used to be some kind of god in our culture. They just looted us here, and put us in some dark corner. The Met don't like the idea of animism, they think modernity is a kind of advanced culture. So we can say that the Met is a place for celebrating modernity. But animal artifacts, as the evidence of animism from those great cultures, have been concealed in some dark place, forever. I think we can start with the question, how did I get here? I'm a dog from Cyprus. I used to be the messenger of God before I came here. The men who brought us here named Luigi Palma di Cesnola, who's the first director of the Met. Cesnola collected over 35,000 objects from Cyprus and shipped them to the US illegally. Thus, Cesnola owned a large personal collection and sold 6,000 pieces to the Met. His immoral acts did not ruin his reputation or career. In 1879 he was appointed director of the Metropolitan Museum. The Met published a book to introduce the Cypriot artifacts in the Met and named it Collection of Cesnola. In the book, the Met calls Cesnola a bold innovator for his brutal plundering of artifacts, and justify that Cesnola's actions were perfectly legal due to the lack of laws. June 1872, we set off in a hurry. Ottomans introduced a law prohibiting Cesnola exporting artworks. Cesnola quickly loaded a number of boats, which set off for the US. 5,000 pieces were lost in a shipwreck, while countless others were smashed to pieces, on the rough sea passage. This is the very first time I saw New York. And the Metropolitan Museum as well. I think we are lucky, at least that we haven't been buried under the sea. First, let's take a look at our fellows, in Asian area. These Chinese dogs are fighting, maybe we should stay away from them, they are very easy to get angry. Meanwhile, in the Greek and Roman part of the Met, the Cypriot area. A dog is chasing a hare? And finally he got it! Now let's move to the European sculpture and decorative arts area. See? They are here! Why you guys so colorful? And looks nothing like a dog? Is you a dog? Or a Siamese cat? But I saw your label, the Met said you are a dog. Maybe they are right? Or, maybe, they just don't give a shit of what we are. We are toys. An incredible small size. But there are times when the Met is willing to show us generously. Wow! Such a nice place for animals! That's when we can be shown as a fruit of man's domination of nature, the fruit of modernity. To show our brutal, their educated, our submission, their domination, our small, their greatness. They concealed animals' artifacts that show animism, which is opposite to their arrogant modernity. In some dark place, and abandon them, gradually. You know what? I want to be in a conspicuous place someday.
Oh, that's not easy. They are going to do something to you.
Like what?
There's a process, like in the factory. Let's see how to make the artifact that the Met more than willing to show. First, you should be white. Looks like a European or European pets. We call it whitewashing.
Then you should be submissive. That means to give up all your feelings, features and personality, to be a hollow, gentle animal.
The last thing is to be domesticated. Let them dress up you in the way they like. Domesticate you in every way, dog collar or religion. Let them be your owner. P.S. X in this formula can be animal and human. P.P.S. Human here doesn't include any European. Let me give you an example. This is definitely an artifact, the Met more than willing to display. They put it in the Charles Engelhard Court, probably the most vast and light-filled space in the Met. People can sit around to rest, and dine above it. Why not they call it, people sitting around and watching a Mexican girl dying, rather than Mexican girl dying.
Did the Met think the sculpture is a human artifact? Or, can you call the girl present and exhibit in this way, a human? In the Met, what makes human human? And what makes animal animal?
The hierarchy of the Met blur the boundaries between human and animals. The Met looks down on artworks that depict non-European cultures.
In this case, they are all the same.
The Met is like an autonomous planet. European or not is the most important criterion.
Then maybe we should put them here.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do.
They will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream.